Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As I saw a great interest from you all on my ambi-box video, I'm gonna leave a link here by the way in the corner in case you missed it. Today I'm gonna review another very interesting light sync box. Thanks first of all to the folks from Lytmi for sending me a review sample of their Neo Sync box kit we have right here. The kit is going to fit any screen sizes and it's available in both US and EU versions. You can get it for just $119 or 100 euros. I'll leave the link for the purchase down in the description as usual. This product can be seen as basically a great alternative to the Philips Hue Sync box, which is twice more expensive, and I will leave some consideration about that at the end of the video. As we will see in my review, this kit is perfectly able to track any color on TV, gaming consoles or any other HDMI devices and apply them very precisely to the provided light strips. Sorry if the video is a bit long, there is a big amount of information to provide to you in the video, so we're gonna look at a quick unboxing first of all, then we will take a closer look to the product and all its connections and functionalities. Then we will be doing a full installation and setup of the kit, also looking at the provided mobile app. Then we'll move on to a voice recognition setup with Alexa and Google, and finally I'll give you some examples with various HDMI devices connected to the box. At the end of the video you will also find some amazing video sample footage. As usual in my videos you can find the video chapters in the progress bar below and in the video description as well, for quickly going through the different sections of the video. But now without further ado, follow me. Okay, let's check what we have in the box. Alright, here we have our Neo box. We can see here differently from the Ambi box, this works also for consoles. It comes with this other box where we obviously have the power supply. This is the European version, there is also a US version. As we can read here, I got the version for 65 inches screen sizes, but it's totally fine for smaller screens. You also have bigger screen size options, as you can see. From here you have a convenient QR code for downloading the free app, which is called Lytmi, for both the Android and iOS stores. We see also voice support for multiple platforms such as Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant and Samsung SmartThings. The HDMI version is 1.4B and the maximum power consumption is 48 watts. Continuing with our unboxing, we can take a look at the contents of our box. We get an HDMI cable, a US power adapter, a small user manual in English language only, and our Neo Sync box, which comes in black color only, and we can see it's quite compact with a minimalist design. Finally, we have the two LED strips and everything we need for securing them at the back of our monitor or TV. At the back of the box we can find multiple connections from left to right. We have first of all the reset button. You will need to hold it for 5 seconds for resetting the device. Then the HDMI output, which is where we will connect our TV or monitor. Then the box needs an input in order to analyze the signal and sync it with the LED strips. So we have this HDMI input for connecting the source. We also have LED indicators for the HDMI ports, the two USB connectors for the two LED strips, and lastly the power input. So I'll be using the first HDMI for connecting it to my TV screen, and I will be testing the second port with the mobile device and the laptop. But you can also use it with your gaming console, a TV box or a Blu-ray player, for example. At the front we have 3 LED indicators. The first one is just the power indicator with a fixed white color. Next we have the mode indicator. When on red it's on sync mode, if green is on music mode, or blue for funny mode. The last indicator is just for the network. When it's blinking with long intervals there is no Wi-Fi connection. If it's blinking with quick intervals it means it's connecting. And when we have a solid on, it means that the connection was successful. Alright, and we are ready now for the installation process. You see in front of me I have the Samsung Q70R. This is the TV where we're gonna do the installation. In this case it is a 50 inches TV, so I will have to cut the strips a little bit. Before proceeding with the installation, we have to decide how we're gonna do that, since we have two options as we can read from the manual, depending on where you want your cables coming out from the TV, if from the bottom left or from the bottom right. Since I wanted my cable on the left, I initially thought I should go for the R installation mode, as the picture on the manual looks like refers to the back of the TV. But in reality, you should think about how the cables will come out from the TV when you're facing it. We get angular brackets that look exactly the same, but if you look closer you will see an A or a B engraved on them. I would have honestly preferred the two different colors, like for example black and grey, for better recognizing them. You can now probably see this is an A bracket, while this other one is a B bracket. I will now proceed in applying the provided double-sided tape to the four brackets. Once this is done, we take a look at the back of our TV and will properly position them based on the installation type we chose. I have already separated the two bracket types. I'm gonna place these two A brackets on the top left and bottom right corners, so let's do that. First one is done. Let's go with the other one at the bottom right. I try to leave a few millimeters from the edges, as I don't want the LED lights to be disturbing when I'm watching and facing the TV. Now we're gonna do the same for the B brackets, one here and one at the bottom left. Great, now all four brackets are in position and we can move on with the installation of our LED strips. You can see the LED strips are exactly the same, so they are both waterproof, IP65, they both have 60 LEDs, same power and also same size. As we said, this is a 50-inch TV, so we're gonna need to cut them. We see these are adhesive LED strips, but I will first simulate the installation without sticking them to the TV, then after testing everything I will fix them firmly. So on the bottom right we need to be careful to start with the USB cable that you can see here, right? So let's make sure the first LED will start almost at the angle here, and then we proceed securing the LED strip into our brackets so that we are able to reach the other side of the TV. Now we just need to cut the LED strip here where we see the contacts. It's done. And we can continue now with the other LED strip. Now this is the bottom LED strip. So again, as from the other side, I'm gonna need to cut the LED strip again. Might be different in your case, depending on your TV size. Now we can just connect everything to our Neo box. First of all, we connect the two LED strips to the two USB. So this is the bottom LED strip that will be connected to the bottom USB connector. And the other LED strip will go to the side USB port. As first quick test, we're gonna test the box with the TV only, so I'll be using the HDMI output port for linking it to my TV, and obviously our power supply will be connecting using the last connector on the right. I've just connected the power supply to our Neo box and turned on the TV. The LED strip will blink for a second and we can also see the network indicator on the Neo box is blinking. So we now need the app for connecting to the Wi-Fi network. It's important to mention a limitation related to the HDMI, since only 4K 30p is supported, so if you want to use it with a higher refresh rate screen, you can use a selector switch box to convert it. In order to complete the installation, we need the Lytmi app. You can see here I've already installed it with my Android phone. You choose an home name and a room where you want to place the box. Now it's very important that you connect the box with the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network, since the box doesn't support 5 GHz Wi-Fi networks. So I'm now selecting my 2.4 GHz network I have at home. Now you will see here it will discover the device and the app will ask us to enable the Bluetooth connection. Then we simply click on Add Equipment, so we select the light type and it's now asking for confirmation of my Wi-Fi network. Once done, we just wait for the connection to be established. Now you can see here on the box that the network indicator is now static, not blinking anymore, so this is another confirmation of a successful connection. The app shows the sync light among the devices, we just need to choose a room and we are done. Now we click on our device, then we select the light strip, and we immediately see the LED strips in test mode, so it's time now to select the installation type we went for, which in my case was the left side one. In case you want to change it, you can simply swipe the image from the app, also a change in the color pattern at the back of the screen. After selecting the proper orientation, the app will ask for a final confirmation showing an RGB pattern at the left, top and right sides of your screen. In my case, I see red on the left, green on top and blue on right, so everything is fine. Now we went through all the settings and you can see the mode indicator is on red, so it's basically in sync mode. From the app we can select 3 different sync options: weak, normal and high. Depending on how fast the box should sync the light with what you see on the screen. At the bottom we have the possibility to change the brightness of our LED lights. Currently we don't have any lights since we need to plug something as a source in the HDMI input port of the Neo box, but we will test this later. For now we can check the music mode. We have these 3 modes available and the light will be basically driven by the integrated microphone based on the music or audio you're playing. In the taste mode, the LED indicator on the box will change to green and we basically have 12 scene modes. The classic rainbow preset, a fire one, red, which is basically just a static white color, fireworks, stars, this is the drip scene, particle, flow, ball, swing, breath, and pure, which is again a static color and can be obviously changed to whatever you like. So as soon as I change the color, you can see the box is responding really fast to the app. The last option we have on the app is a setting screen where you can go back in the selection of the light type or the side type. If you like, you can also set up the voice control on both Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa, for example. You just click on what you want to set up and the app will show you a detailed set of instructions for doing that. It was honestly quite easy, especially on Google. I can show you how it looks like in Google Home, and here we can see Screen Sync Smart Light. It's very easy, you just click on the plus and search for Smart Life. You will obviously need to log in using the same credentials you have been using for the Lytmi app. I can now give a voice command to turn our TV lights on or off, but first of all I suggest you to change the name of the lights to something easy in order to make the voice recognition simpler, such as TV light in my example here, and now I can easily test it. Hey Google, turn TV light on.
Alright, turning on 3 lights.
Hey Google, turn TV light off.
Sure, turning the TV light off.
Hey Google, turn TV light on.
Alright, turning on 3 lights.
Okay, we can now start with the Alexa setup. As you can see here, you have voice assistant, Alexa, and you get all the instructions for proceeding. So let's open Alexa. We simply need to go into the devices, all devices, and let's add a new device. In this case, this is a light. So here we need to look for Smart Life. Here it is. Then let's click on next and let's enable for the usage. The skill is getting activated now. We simply need to log in now. So this is exactly the same login that we've been using for the app. Authorize. Now it's asking me to discover the new devices. So Alexa is looking for it. It's asking to you if you want to add it to a group. Let's keep it. Done. So if we click now on all devices, you can see we have TV Lite. So I'm now able to address new commands to Alexa. Turn on TV Lite.
Okay.
It's working fine. Alexa, turn off TV lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on TV light.
Okay.
Alright, so this is working fine. Now let's try to connect something to our input. As first test, we're going to connect our TV to my Samsung Galaxy S10 mobile, and we're gonna do that with an HDMI to USB-C cable. So first of all, we connect the HDMI cable into the Neo box, using obviously the HDMI input port and the USB-C directly connected to my phone. We need to select the proper input from the TV, and as you can see, it immediately works. But we see it's not syncing the lights, so that's because from the app we need to select the sync mode. Now I can open a random video, and you can see the light sync works perfectly. I can now play this RGB video test for checking if each zone of the screen is properly synced. Also with this other example, it's quite precise. Now I can, for example, run a game from my mobile, and also in this case we get a perfect sync. Let's now try Samsung DeX. Also here, I can't see any issues at all. I'm currently using my mobile as a sort of touchpad, as you see. I will now try running another game, but from DeX. And also here with Asphalt we don't have any problems at all. The next test I'm going to perform will be done using a laptop. As usual, we use the HDMI cable in the input of the Neo box, and as soon as we select the proper source, we see the laptop screen is properly extended. As soon as I change the Windows wallpapers, choosing for example some I created for my channel, you see the light sync is immediate. In this test, with multiple light strips, you can see at the back of our TV how accurate the color sync is. We're gonna take a look at a couple of games here. We have Dead or Alive 6 and Doom Eternal as examples. I was honestly really impressed on how well the transitions among the colors show in gaming. All the colors on screen are detected by the box and applied to the light strips, giving us a smooth and precise light sync experience. Just for giving you guys more proof on how the Neo box performs, I will now show a few videos that will allow us to appreciate even more how well the color sync works with this kit. So I hope you will be able to recognize the accuracy on how the colors are meshed with the LED strips. Let's start with the Magic Fluids HDR video. Then we proceed with this fluid sim hue test. Then we have an ambilight color test demo. You're now looking at the ambilight color wheel test. This is the downhill dark light made for Philips ambilight TVs. And this one is the neon lights love tunnel test. Now, since all our tests were successful, I have hidden the Neo box at the back of my TV, so we don't see any cables anymore, and I've also fixed the LED strips using the provided double tape. I have to say I was in the end really impressed by this kit. It does everything it says, and you would probably be surprised by the response time, smoothness and precision of the color sync. As you could see by the video footage, it is quite impressive. Be aware there are anyway some limits. You will always need an HDMI source for the sync to work, so if you are expecting, for example, the box to sync with the integrated tuner and depths of your TV, this won't work since no TV has an HDMI output. So in that case you will need a TV box, for example, to connect to this Neo box. Now a note especially for you gamers out there, be aware of the HDMI version limit of this box. Since we are talking about HDMI 1.4b, the support is limited to 4K 30Hz only. So while totally fine for movies, please bear in mind this limit if you're gonna use it for gaming with your PC or gaming consoles. I was told there's a new version coming out anyway that will be supporting HDMI 2.0 and therefore higher refresh rates and HDR2. So is it in the end a valid alternative to the Philips U-Sync box? I would say it is for sure. You can have it for less than half of the price of the Philips box, but we do have some limitations. We are stuck with one HDMI signal source. So if you want, for example, to switch between your PC and console, you will have to manually change the HDMI cable at the back of the box. While with a Philips box, for example, you can have up to 4 HDMI sources connected. Also, as said, this box only supports HDMI 1.4b, so no HDR and no refresh rates higher than 4K 30Hz, while the Philips box already supports HDR and HDMI 2.0. So if these limits are not worrying to you, then the Lytmi box will be more than enough for you. If you ask me about differences with the MB box I previously reviewed, what really impressed me is the zero delay immersive vision and sound experience this box can provide. There's absolutely no additional load on the CPU or GPU, everything is basically managed by the box with zero delay. The integrated mic is also fun for the music mode, for example, and the Alexa and Google Home support are great if you intend to use the device with the TV in your living room, for example. I have experienced zero issues so far, but I'll leave for you guys a troubleshooting guide in the description below in case you run in any sort of troubles. And that's really the end for this video. It was quite an effort going through everything, but I hope I was able to describe everything in detail. So if you like the video, I would really appreciate a like or a comment. Feel free to check the other videos in the channel by clicking, for example, here in this playlist. And also please consider subscribing to the channel in order to support the channel and also for being notified on future videos. You can subscribe by clicking right here. Anyway, thanks again everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.